What's up, y'all? Today we're going to be talking all about your hips. So this is the next movement in our movement series. The first movement we're going to start with is actually to help open up your external rotators in your hips. So this would be the outside of your hip. And I'll show you the easiest version first with a chair, so we're elevated, and then we'll move down to the floor. So with a chair, the easiest way to do this is to be standing. You'll put one leg on, whichever leg we're trying to stretch. And this leg, you're actually going to try to get your ankle in line with your knee. So you'll come down and move that back leg back to get a stretch in this front hip. Woo. And this is tight, so this hurts. So you try to get this leg as flat as possible if you can, keeping your hips level or square so we're not too far up forward like this or too far back like that. Hips level with the chair if you can. So if that was a little bit too easy, we're going to move to the floor next. I would say it's not easy on the floor either, so I grabbed a pillow, but if you have a yoga block or anything else sturdy, you can use that under your leg to help support, just like we were doing on the chair. So what that looks like, you can put the pillow or the yoga block under your knee or under anything else, like your hip, actually in the back, but we're going to try to, again, keep your ankle in line with your knee as we are more forward this way. Again, pillow can be under that knee to help, or you can actually move it more under your hip to help you stay more upright, and your arms can be wherever is best to support you. But again, we are trying to stretch out the hip or the external rotation of that hip. Okay, so the next stretch that we're going to do is called the frog stretch. The important parts of this stretch are keeping our foot turned out, facing outward, so we're going to be both feet turned outward as we're doing this. So you're going to go in a wide base if you can. Again, using a yoga mat or something under your knees would be helpful because this will be a lot of pressure on your legs. We're working the internal rotation of the hip, so that's the inner side of the hip. Again, keeping that foot turned out as we are going down. So wide base, and then I would come right here. The goal of this one is actually to, once I'm down in this position, is to push my hips backwards. Yep, right there. And you start to get a stretch in your hips. So pushing back as far as you can for a little bit, and then you would actually rest and relax. So I like to rock in and out of this position to help open up my hips. So the next stretch is the 90-90 hip stretch. I really love this stretch because it's like a more active stretch. So you'll start again on the floor, maybe on a mat if you need to. Like you can sit even on your wobble ball or a pillow if you're too low on the ground. But this front leg is gonna come out and at a 90-degree angle. And then same with my back leg, should be straight and more of a 90-degree angle. From here, you can actually relax your hands back to make this a little bit easier, and all you're going to do is rotate your legs to the other side. So again, a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle in my front leg. And to make it harder, you can actually sit up and go forward towards this front leg, and that would work more stretching on that front hip. Or if we come back here and I guess push towards our back leg, we actually stretch out that back leg a little bit. So you can even sit up and come through here, but if that's too difficult, again, keep your arms back here, and that will make this easier. And I would just rotate back and forth, holding each side for just a few seconds. Again, if I want to come and stretch this front leg, I would come here a little bit more. I can play and come back here a little bit, or I can just sit here and make it nice and simple and open up both hips. Okay, so this next stretch is going to be for our glutes to help open our hips up. So glute stretch on the floor would be a figure 4. Come right here, and I'm going to bend this knee, and it would be stretching this glute. So again, hands behind you to help, so it's a little bit easier. And then for myself, I like to push my hips forward if I want more of a deep stretch, or if you just need right here, that is also great. Either way, you're going to hold this stretch. Make sure you switch sides, pulling this leg up and forward, switching sides. If you need an easier version, we'll show you in the chair. So another version would be seated in a chair. You can definitely do this at your desk at work. Figure 4 again, and then I like to either push my knee down and bend forward, or from here you can just bend forward or just put a little bit of pressure on your knee, or do both at the same time to get a deeper stretch. But this is really going to help you stretch out your glutes some more, so that way we can have more open hips and be able to move more. Thanks for joining Movement of the Month. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.